Hello everybody, I am Joseph Suli and I'm here to have an interactive session with the SUG president. Hope you are ready to enjoy this interaction. Stay tuned and you can follow me on doseforknowledge.com.ng and you can also follow me on my Facebook account, which is Joseph Suli. Thank you. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Joseph Suli. I'm from the Department of Mass Communication. I'm here to have this interactive session with you concerning the affairs of the school, and I believe that you'll give me most of your time.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, so before we dive into the issue at hand, can you please introduce yourself to my audience and to the student at large?
My name is Comrade Haruna Omar, the Student Union Government President, Federal Polytechnic, Bauchi.
Okay, can you tell us about your role as an SUG president?
The role SUG President or the Student Union Government play in an institution is to serve as an intermediary between the student and the management of the institution and also the external bodies.
Okay, thank you. Now, after the incident of the robbery, there was a calm protest that started in the early hours of that morning, but later on the protest escalated to the level at which the police had to intervene. So what is your comment, or from which perspective are you looking at this issue of the protest, that it reached up to that certain level of violence?
I didn't see protest as a means of solving the problem, even though it made the students feel like they don't have another means of channeling their problems to the management, and they think this is the only way their voices will be heard. But honestly, the protest has affected students in such a way that it's even more than what caused the protest. That was what happened.
Now, the students who are affected, how are they coping with the issues?
We have about 13 students who were injured and about 50 students who lost their properties. And out of these 13 students who were injured, 10 sustained only minor injuries that were not even taken to hospital. So 3 were taken to hospital. Luckily, one of them was discharged immediately, and the 2 of them were referred to a teaching hospital.
Okay.
Of which both of them now are getting better. I heard that they are coming back to school next week, inshallah.
Mashallah. Go. Now, during the issue of the robbery, there was this rumor that was speculating around that there is a guy who fell from 3-story building down and he broke his spinal cord, and there is even news around that the guy is dead. So what is your comment on that?
Our hostel is not even 3-story building, and the guy who fell on the first floor, and as the rumor claimed that he got problem with his spinal cord, that information was also a false information. He get problem on his waist, and on that very night he could not stand. He could not even sit. He just had to lie down. So I took him to hospital myself. So they were able to address the issue and referred him to the teaching hospital. The very next day, he could sit, he could stand, but he could not walk. But now, based on the information I'm getting, he is doing okay, alhamdulillah.
Okay. Now, looking at the relationship with the students' house with the management, do you think that the school management do listen to the voices of the students enough?
The problem is not about listening. It's about things not following the proper channels. You see, sometimes the students have problem. Instead of them to come through the SUG to the management, before we know as the student union government will see information online, on internet. And even the management, sometimes there are information that's supposed to pass through the student union government to the students, like issue about calendar. Now I just saw the calendar on the students' platform, instead of me being the first person to pass it to the students. Wow. So it's just about the following the proper channel of passing information.
Okay. Now, many students are so very worried about their safety in school. Now, what measures have the SUG officials and the SUG management at large and the school management have taken in order to secure the lives and properties of students in school?
Now, talking on campus, we have seen the evidence of the response of the management. You can see now security lights have been placed in all these strategic places in the institution, and the school management have liaised with volunteer securities, that's the vigilantes, you understand, to strengthen the security architecture of the institution.
Okay.
So these are the measures, and we, the student union government, laid or tabled these complaints of the students to the management, of which they took swift action against it.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Speaking about measures at which the school have taken, do you think that there is a necessity in having CCTV camera all over the school to secure the life of the students? And also, what measure is the school going to take about those who are living off campus?
I think it's more important we talk about the students off campus. You see, necessity of having CCTV camera, even if it is not that necessary, you understand, it's something that is going with era, you understand. Now, if you go to many institutions, you see they have CCTV cameras, so that everything that transparent in the institution will have record. So it's important the school have. So speaking about the student living outside the school, you see, this is something that has to do, because it's not the full responsibility of the management to provide security off campus, you understand. This off campus is something that is responsibility of the state and federal government to provide security for their citizens. So what management should do is to liaise with the security agencies to provide, since the environment, since the Golemezi here is predominantly occupied by students. So the management have a role to play in creating or establishing a mutual understanding and relationship with the security agencies in the state to provide security for the people living in the school environs.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, as you said earlier, you were speaking about the school calendar. Now, recently, just last week, there have been an extension in the dates in the calendar. Now, how do you think this affects people like students who are suffering financially and emotionally due to the recent issues and incidents that happened?
You know, what I observed is necessity of extending the calendar due to what happened. However, there's lack of inclusivity in decision making. The students are not carried along. It seems like the management do not care to know the concerns of the students. Even if they will not go to the students directly, I think that is why we have student union government. At least if the calendar should be extended, they should have contacted the student union government that this is what the management is planning to do. But what is your take? You understand? So none of the student union government official was invited in this decision making. And even when they made the decision, they did not contact us. The information did not even pass through us so that we can make observation and tell the management this is what the students are passing through. So we just, boom, so calendar on the internet school platforms that the calendar has been shifted. So honestly, I think there's need of inclusivity once such decision is being made in the school.
Okay. Now, also speaking about the school calendar, now this extension, do you think it is very, very necessary that the calendar was a bit extended?
You see, what caused the extension is the protest, which led to the temporary closure for 2 weeks. If you observe, they did not extend the calendar with more than 2 weeks. It's just like subtraction and addition.
Okay.
So it's the 2 weeks that was subtracted that were added to the calendar.
Okay.
So a calendar is a planned something. It's a planned duration, agenda for activities on session. So the 2 weeks break have affected the plan of the calendar. Yes, the initial plan of the calendar.
Okay, now, Mr. President, what is your final message to the students about their safety in school and how will they cope in this kind of time? What is your message of hope to them?
You see, the recent incident that happened have painted the school in a negative light, and I believe the management will do all it takes to protect the good image of the institution. So that will lead to the protections of the lives and properties of the students in the institution. So I'm given assurance that it's not only about the students, that it's not only the students that were affected, even the reputation of the institution is being affected by this incessant robbery, you understand? And the management will do everything possible to protect the students and the reputation of the institution.
Okay. So, Mr. President, thank you for your time and I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Mr. Joseph.